Alright, just going in the Puller's man cave. This is Puller. I'm sitting over here in the director's seat.
Hello.
This is Nico. Nico's just swung in on a whistle stop overnighter on his way to Cairns. I'm jumping in with him tomorrow and going to Cairns. Here we are in Kiro's man cave with the Onicar's Super Miss Magic filterless. Take us through it, Paul.
Yeah, we've got a little Gary on machine here. Makes does yeah
Stuff.
Make stuff.
Makes stuff. Makes stuff. Need to make more stuff. I'm making this stuff at the moment. Pretty simple. Drill tap countersink. 6mm stainless. M5 threaded on. Drill tap countersink. So that's pretty easy.
Neato.
What are these for?
Something to do with your video.
Yeah.
Be an inspection plate or something.
Universal transponder bracket.
Oh.
For some railway, something. Yeah.
Universal transponder bracket.
Solid. Heavy metal.
Don't drop it on your toe.
No, got 50 of them there.
And there we are. These are going to be like that. Just like that.
There's one in production here.
Another 10 of these to make. Done 10 of those, I've done 10 of these, another 10 of these.
Just starts as a block of steel.
Yeah, they are down there.
An ingot.
Billet.
Billet. Turns into that. That's precise.
What goes in there, Paul?
Bush.
A bush. A flog bush.
Nice.
To absorb some of the flog.
That tightens up as it wears. They can tighten it up as it wears.
Yeah, right.
And then that used to be square in the corner like that, and I've redesigned it. Have a fillet action in the corner.
Build it better.
Well, it sort of works better because it rotates in that fillet. But I was more for a manufacturing point of view, so I can just come around like this and just profile it. You know, because if it had to be square, then I'd have to do a second setup, come in here and knock that fillet out.
Yeah.
Whereas if I just go around with an end mill, I can just do it and it's done. So I just had to make that, put a fillet on there rather than a sharp corner to fit in that fillet. Less processes.
New and improved. Mark II.
Yeah. Yeah. Engineered. And
So that's the
designed.
thing. What about these base plates? They got to get welded on.
Yeah, I don't do that. No,
Someone else does that.
Yeah, bloke who's given it to me to do.
He makes these and welds them on.
He welds them on. He gets me to make these and he welds them on.
I could weld them.
Yeah. I've got a welder.
Yeah. I don't want a job.
Yeah.
I used to do all that.
Yeah.
Industrial disease.
M20 thread down there.
So there's taps everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole.
Had a job there doing
And
these
there's taps.
railway shin plates. And had to put what's the M20?
That's a cooling system. He's got that decommissioned. Gets contaminated too quick. So he's running it dry. He's got to put better extraction in.
This would be $300. Yeah, it's like it's $300-400.
Yeah.
You know, just a nick taken out of it that we've then put striations in everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's all got to be kept clean and
Yeah. You
can't take too big a bite. So
yeah. Everything's got to be spot on. You can't fuck up.
it's a precision thing.
Yeah.
There's a guy up in Mariba.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'll think of his name in a minute. Greek chap. And he's got a mill and a manual mill and lathe and everything. He's old school, you know, engineer, or, you know, turner. And he specialises, or he does
There's all this
bits of
Martian.
everything. You know, people bring him something and say, "Can you make me this?" And it's like, "Yeah, sure." But he likes motorbikes, so he turns up bits for bikes. And he got an old Norton and redid just about everything on it and turned up everything on it. And it's just amazing. It looks like a new one off the factory floor. Just, you know, I'm in awe of what he does. I mean, you know, it's awesome.
Yeah, those dudes are pretty rare.
Yeah.
But they do exist.
But you see, you know, to say they're dying out, you know, because we don't do much of this in Australia anymore.
But it's coming back.
Well, I think you'll be ahead of the game because you're already doing it.
As long as you can stay alive long enough, Paul.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And you know, to work on some kind of succession plan for when you get older, that you can still, you know, operate everything, but you know, you don't really like in bits of metal and all the rest of it, to have someone else that you train to be able to do it.
A big power supply
take over
unit.
the business and continue the business.
3-phase comes into that.
Yeah.
Which is hard. It's your baby. I've got a mate whose father started an insurance brokerage.
Oh yeah, then it comes out of that and goes into that.
Offices around Australia.
Comes into this.
And then Paul, his son,
Will be a key. There
took
it
over
is.
the business, you know, after
No.
years, and he went and worked for Lloyd's. He didn't just come into his old man's business and slip into the plum job. He proved himself in the industry with other companies, and then came back into the company and started from the ground level in claims, worked his way up, and now he's general manager. And he's expanded the business. He's almost doubled the size of the business, expanded internationally. And his father has still got his paw on him, going, "Now, Paul, you're doing this wrong," and blah blah blah. And he's like, "Dad, for fuck's sake, you've got to let go," you know, which is really hard.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So,
Show us the circuit board, Paul. I've just seen your big 3-phase power box over here. You bring the key, unlock this thing.
Yeah, see, but
Have a look at the. This is a dinosaur computer.
I think this is going to be like.
This is how you turn it on here. Look, main switchboard. Turn that on, and all hell breaks loose. Here's the serial number of this thing. It's number 721 of the Akuma Corporation.
Switch on the flux
Doesn't have
capacitor.
Yeah, pretty much. Here we go.
RS232.
Oh,
Yeah, serial comms.
oh God.
Pretty tidy, eh?
Oh man.
Someone like the Akuma man has been helping me. He said there's a fair bit of wiring in these that gets done by hand.
And that can fail.
No,
No?
no. It's, well, you know, these survey drives and that, I've had 2 fail. It's probably because, you know, they're running it in Adelaide, and I had a machine shop next to a foundry. So imagine Adelaide summers, 43,
Like
44
excessive heat,
degrees,
yeah.
and massive heat.
Yeah.
And then freezing cold in winter, and then it goes to 2 in winter time.
So,
And then all these capacitors, the dielectric fluid electrolyte
Inside them.
them, dry out, and put it in excessive heat.
Yeah.
That's what I've got. I've got the aircon goes all the time in here, so
Yep.
I haven't been any trouble.
Special grease.
Since the initial problems I had.
Yeah.
Nothing's happened to it since.
Encoder.
Just keep it cool and dry, and should be able to do it.
Transformer.
Cool bit of gear.
Transformer.
Wonder if you could use Billy's grease on this, Paul. His special greasiest grease there is. Grease.
There's a bit of stuff called ACF 50.
No.
I've told him about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My Camry.
30 kVA.
My Camry went underwater totally 2.5 years ago.
Have a look at this grease. Yeah.
And Dave gave me a tin of this ACF 50 and said, try this. And it's used on the circuit boards of Boeing aircraft.
Yeah.
They did an experiment, like a rough experiment with a little Scalextric motor and a battery.
Yeah.
And they sprayed one with WD-40 and the other with ACF 50.
Yeah.
Put them in a saltwater aquarium.
Yeah.
The one with WD-40 failed or stopped working after 4 hours. 4 days later, the other one's still going.
Right.
I've used it on numerous things, even musical instruments, electronics and musical instruments. It's amazing.
It's molecular, yeah. It's got an intelligence.
Look at this. This 1 kilo tin of Kluber NBE 15 is a spindle grease.
Mm-hmm.
So spindles are
High speed.
high speed,
High temperature
load.
grease, yeah.
It's you need very specialised grease for spindles.
Mm-hmm.
That's $400 for a kilo.
Jesus.
That's what I run on all my linear bearings. And then I was talking to my mate, I was going, well, the thing I've noticed about it is that, normal grease, you leave it somewhere, it just turns back into oil and start dribbling.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't change, it just stays the same. And I never noticed this before. Look at the working temperature.
-40 to 130.
You've got minus 20 degrees regularly in Europe.
Yeah. In Canada you get -40, no problems, probably in Russia.
Siberia, I think they've got minus 87.
Wow.
And I think Antarctica just got minus 90.
Right. Nice.
They said it's been the coldest winter in Antarctica on record.
Right.
So what's the...
Kluber, the
Can you have a
German.
look at it?
Yeah. I think it's
It's white.
I think they call it a barium soap complex.
Barium.
Because what's the other type of white grease like that? Lithium. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that pus.
Slippery.
High-tech Vaseline, mate.
So how long can you make a video? That must be about 54 gigabytes.
Yeah, 10 trillion. Yeah. That's enough. You got anything else you want to tell us? No. Right.